My mom always told me when I was growing up that I was special. Not just like any old motherly special, but just she let me know that I was different. And at first I had an issue with that. I wanted to be like everyone around me. I wanted to be normal, so to speak. But it was really my mother speaking life into my purpose and letting me know that whatever you do in this life is going to be great. Great. My name is Yolanda Gates, aka Quiet Storm, and this is my journey. I was a little girl raised in Illinois, just trying to be a regular kid, do what kids do. And at the age of 9, I wrote a book called The Sick Angel and ended up winning the Illinois Young Authors Competition first place. And that was super major for me. I was like, wow, people really like what I wrote. But it wasn't until people started coming to me after reading the story and commending me on my writing and just the style it was written in and how it was worded. And I feel like that's where the journey began to come, Quiet Storm. So take this journey with me as I take you with me on my first ever book tour for my second published book, Embracing the Journey. I hope you're ready. January 7th, 2012, and I wrote my first poem in my BlackBerry at about 3 o'clock in the morning because one of my friends was killed outside of a nightclub back home, and I was just angry. And since I've moved here, I've lost over a dozen friends to gun violence. And so at that moment, at 22, I was just like, man, I'm so tired. And it really was like a therapy thing for me more so than anything. I just had thoughts pent up in my mind and I wanted to get them out. Well, it turned into poetry. And I called my mother the next day. And I was talking to her on the phone and I was just like, I want you to hear something.
I want you to surrender. Put your hands up. You in God's presence now. It's okay. Free from the terrors of this world, still bound by the bondage of a system that was never set up for him. I don't think they know how hard it is to raise young black men up in this world we in. No positive role models because all I see is cowards. Pretending to be what they want them to be. It's a shame that little black boys gotta look up to me. But I
am the young king.
Woo! Say it again.
I am the young king.
Again.
I am the young king.
Woo!
I have to worry about strong, creative, beautiful young men like Tupac, and as you know, they just took him away, tried to start a war, but we have a sense that poor Biggie lost his life for no particular reason, that other people were trying to start a war. But I've always liked the outlaws, I've always liked the people that push the edge, and when the history of the last 10 years, really, because Tupac essentially was and the thugs were essentially our children, and they continued to fight, they stood for something.
womanhood for the world to see, embellishing the young black woman you see today as beautiful, confident, intelligent, unique, and full of integrity, while exercising my constitutional right of freedom of speech, spitting lyrics that edify my people and not degrading them, lifting this world upon my shoulders and changing it. Yes, united we stand, and divided we will fall. Let race, class, and gender no longer be the issue. This is the birth.
We set a shopping spree, but that's what they want from us. They spend the money that's old, never meant to grow, only show the shit that they sold to us through.
Courage is the most important of all the virtues, because without courage, you can't practice any other virtue.
They can't even even handle the concept that money is the root of all evil. Even if I never get to see you, just make sure the plans go through. Trying to build a park for the youth.
Alright guys, on Friday is the start of the tour, baby. I'm doing it. I'm excited. I'm blessed. Thank y'all for all y'all support, for all y'all love, and for just rocking with me all these years, man. I really appreciate it. And I can't wait to meet a whole new demographic of people in every area that I go to and just give them Quiet Storm. I think I'm gonna have to come up with a new name, like Hurricane. Like I'm gonna have to officially be called Hurricane, because that's how I'm gonna be coming this year. 2019, baby. This is 7 years in the game for me. It's the year of completion. Watch how I finish.
I'm embracing my journey.
Yeah, so I got $1 in a dream. That's all girl got. And tell me if it's about to sing, then I'm all up in the spot. Here we go. Hey! Embracing the Journey book tour 2019. I can't believe I'm doing it. I cannot believe it. Oh my God, here we go. Setting off to Houston, Texas. Oh my God. Family's there. Love is there. My book is there. It's amazing. Embracing my journey, embracing the journey, embracing our journeys. This is a movement right now. We all on the same page.
She gonna follow back. Gonna post deep quotes under her pictures. Post pics that reveal her curvy figure. She's body positive but hates herself. She got 10,000 followers that envy her superficial wealth, but you see, you never judge a book by its cover, because you don't know the depth. You don't see what lies beneath. You ever been able to see Mona Lisa's smile, perfectly sculpting her cheekbones and contouring her nose?
Love yours.
What's going on? What's going on today, guys?
Girl, Vanna. She got her event going on tonight.
There's only a reason for every rhyme.
Yes.
Yes.
There's a reason for every rhyme.
Yes.
Webster, get out here.
No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours.
I'm gonna tell you, sleep. She's calling that world hanging on a crystal to let it go. Swallow the arms of depression. Searching fetish, she gathered her overnight bag, Bible, notebook, and a letter from her father.
She's really cool.
I'm telling you.
That's kind of nasty.
Yeah.
My job is to somehow make them curious enough or persuade them by hook or crook to get more aware of themselves and where they came from and what they are into and what is already there, and just to bring it out. This is what compels me to compel them, and I will do it by whatever means necessary.
Still linger in your mind, cause pain still lingers on mine. On the road to riches, listen, this is what you find. The good news is
They're not caring for themselves until it was too late. Until she's drowning in a hurricane of bad decisions. To be woman is to know death. To be uncomfortable with surface level spaces. Your third eye sees impurities of. This time I'm gonna take the crowd without falling down, down, down. Pretty.
Man, it's nothing about the love that just doesn't come like as a surprise. I'm thankful for that. Shout out to Memphis. And in my time of being in Memphis, after being back from touring for the first couple of days, I got sick. My daughter's right by my side. That's my ride or die. Shout out to Cheyenne. But I gotta keep working. So I keep going. Every day, I just keep going. And I'm empowering every woman that needs to keep going.
With nothing to lose, I hope one day you hear me. Always gonna be a bigger house somewhere, but nigga feel me. Long as the people in that motherfucker love you dearly. Always gonna be a whip that's better than the one you got. Always gonna be some clothes that's fresher than the ones you rock. Always gonna be a bitch that's better out there on the tours. But you ain't never gonna be happy till you love yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours. No such thing as a life that's
in my hometown, Chicago. You know I had to rip. Layover. Jeez. Brief stop in Chicago, my hometown. Shout out to Shot City. Next stop, San Antonio. What it do? We are here, San Antonio. Let's go.
And it's called Harsh Realities. And I say, I'm trying to be real with myself about these harsh realities I usually won't address. I, Yolanda Gates, prematurely place people on pedestals before they even qualify. I give so much with little in return, yet I ask why. I used to open the door to my soul without a question. I walked away from God but expected blessings. Come on now. I expect what I know others aren't willing to give. I understand that my life was not made to be easy. I've learned to embrace these harsh realities. Embrace it. That pain, you're supposed to embrace that. Like I said earlier, flip that pain to motivation, right? I checked myself because I was like, you're gonna have to start being real now. You can't be blaming everybody else, okay? You know, it's some stuff that's unfortunate. You know, we have that. And like I said in the pain piece, a lot of it is self-inflicted as well. And in that moment, I had to check. I prematurely placed people on pedestals. Every man I had, my kid's dad, another man that I may have dated, I wanted my daddy love so bad. I was like, y'all is the king, you know? I'm doing everything, and I'm just giving so much with little in return. Yet I ask why. You ain't put them in no background check, no check. You ain't talk to no cousins, no exes. Y'all talk. Don't talk to no exes.
Embracing my journey.
San Antonio.
I often think of why I started this journey of creating the book, Embracing the Journey. And the one thing that I could remember was my children made me a woman. Made me a woman in so many fashions that I didn't even understand. And it wasn't until self-reflection that I was able to see what I was becoming, embrace what I was becoming, and enjoy everything I was becoming.
Thank you for being my awesome kids. You drive me crazy. You bring me so much joy. You make me angry. You make me happy. But I'm blessed to be your mom. Stop being shy. And I just wanted you to come up here because I'm always gone all the time on the road, or I maybe have a show, and I'm never able to really take them with me. So this is a special moment for me to show you guys my heart outside of my body.
The most beautiful thing in my life is my children. They have made me superwoman, wonder mom, queen of the throne. But also, they have brought me so many lessons, so much awakening of myself. And I am truly thankful that God blessed me with 4 beautiful children. Oh my God, a mother of 4. I never thought that day would come, never thought that would be me, but this is my journey. I'm embracing motherhood as well as embracing my art, embracing my writing, embracing every part of me as a woman. And in my growth, I learned one thing. You must be free to be someone to someone else. How am I their mother if I'm not free? So that's what I went on a journey of. Freedom. And freedom in my art. Freedom in my womanhood. Freedom in my motherhood. So you know your girl, I'm back on the road. And my next stop, Richmond, Virginia. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you with a whole different mindset. I done learned some things. Let's see what your girl done learned. Richmond, Virginia. I'm here. Yay! All right. We're headed to Tuesday Versus with Kyle.
That's not my name.
The samurai. The syllabus. The samurai. No, he's the syllabus. The syllabus poet. If you have not known, tonight you will.
Now she made me nervous because that's my first time.
Hey, talk to him, Q.
Hello. I'm here from Memphis by way of Chicago.
Hey, how you doing? My name is Marcus. This is Yolanda at Tuesday Versus. I'm embracing my journey with my daughter,
feminine energy, but you see, she knows she a beast though. She'll rip you to shreds. She know men like you. She know her father. She know false promises and narcissistic behavior. She know she ain't ready. She know she ain't got time to take away from her precious life. But she know God done been too forgiving in her life. She know her days are short and numbered. She know when that day comes, she won't have to answer to you. And you see, she know when that day comes, you won't be shit but a name on her obituary. She know when that day comes, you won't be shit but a name on her obituary. She know you behind closed doors, but you see, she knows she's the one that restores. She knows she ain't God.
Man, Richmond, y'all showed mad love. But now I'm on my way, treading this highway to Washington, D.C., baby. Headed to Busboys and Poets to give some words, soak in the ambiance, soak in all the love there, and just give y'all embracing the journey from me, Quiet Storm. Man, do y'all realize Busboys and Poets was created after Langston Hughes? Not to mention, I have a son named Langston Miles. Shout out to him. He whispers, dance, girl. This your stage. Some girls dance so good, everybody knows it. Dance so good, she forgot how many dance partners she had. She danced all night long in numbness. Dance so fluid, she doesn't have to focus on it. She danced to forget her emptiness. Danced so much her womb gave her offspring, springing her off beat. Offspring made her dance partners flee. She keeps dancing though. Seems to be the only thing she does right. Dancing is a cycle. Oh my God, I'm screaming. I did it. Look behind me. Wait, I'm cute. I know that. But look behind me. It's Busboys and Poets. It's Busta Boys and freaking
Some us to blasting soul music from mama's bedroom. Some girls without fathers dance to forget the boy. Was no father-daughter dances for her. She's on the prowl now, maneuvering through dance partners, searching for the right one to hold her longing body, a slow wind into a new wave. He whispers, dance girl, this your stage.
2, 3.
I'm embracing my journey.
I love y'all. Thank you.
Your type is harder to find. You can turn water to wine. Yeah. You can turn water to wine. Feel me? Niggas be talking so slick. I'm not the nigga for lip. Yeah. Put my heart in the click. Can't see my heart, it don't fit. Yeah. Don't think I'm good for this shit. Yeah. Too busy thinking what if. Yeah. I shoot my shot in the brick. Yeah. I shoot my shot in the brick. Hey. Niggas be talking so slick. I'm not the nigga for lip.
So here I am again, coming back home, getting sick again from traveling. And not many people know this, but I have suffered from alcoholism. It's something that I felt like kept me going. I felt like when I was under stress, as a mother, as an artist, as a woman, I was drinking and drinking and drinking to keep going. And one thing you have to realize is that catches up with you. And it caught up with me in the middle of one of the most amazing times of my life. I knew at that point that I needed to do something to get me back to the health that I knew before that addiction took over. I knew I needed to call on God. I knew I needed to write and be honest and transparent about that.
But the energy is always going to return to you. So when you're just living in this cycle of being negative all day and just putting out negativity and that's the only energy you putting out, it's going to return to you in a different form than you put it out in. So I would just say, master your energy. Do your best to master your energy and what you put out, unless that's what you want, because you're entitled to whatever you want to create, whatever experience you want to create for yourself. But if you're tired of that shit, adjust the energy. You know what I mean? As best you can, adjust what you wake up thinking and what you say, and then lastly what you do. And that's not an easy thing to do because it's such a pressure in these areas to just go by the way things are.
Probably coming together one night to check up on me because they knew my life ain't been no crystal stair. But my call was pulling me out of this world bare. I was exposed for all to see that even a poet like me needed some healing. Not a drink, a love forced by my hand, or a slick tongue that will make me wake up in regret. So I'm here pouring out my soul to the masses and setting down my rose-colored glasses. I get it. I got it. I do understand that all my influences were creating me to be this woman. So it's not just a farewell to her of my past. Because it's my birthday, I knew those dark moments wouldn't last. I've been born again. Hold up, saints in universe. I know y'all got a couple quotes for that. But understand this is the beginning. I'm finally ready for what you got planned. And as a soul who loved me once said, I see you. I'm just waiting on you to see that. Well, I see. And in this bittersweet goodbye, poetry, you were my first true love. I hope one day you can reply.
To understand the pain, to understand the current problems. And so that's why we invited you here this morning. And because it's important to speak this stuff. That's why we had Quiet Storm here to speak. That's why we're in this building.
Your greatest tool in life to fight the enemy will always be the gift that God has given you. So use it.
Move back, you move up. Moving back is bad, moving up is good. Jesus made us because we supposed to move up, not back, because back is the devil. But Jesus...
When I'm finished working, as tired as I am, and my work completely takes all my energy, unfortunately, But when there are kids who come backstage afterwards who want to talk or who are moved to the point, sometimes they're moved to tears, I want to know more about it, and they shake my hand and they kiss me and they want to talk about their problems, I find the time to do so as much as I can.
Worthy, this world will make me feel. God let me know. Even broken crayons still colored. And I'm glad I answered that call. I love you all, ladies. And I just want to say this. Tiffany has known me since, for what, 10, 11 years right now? When I first went to one of her events, and I was broken. I was the broken crayon. But I made a promise and a pact to myself that I will always use that crayon and I'm gonna color it. I'm gonna change it. I'm not a statistic. I'm going to be the woman that God called me to be, full of purpose and possibilities. And so you all are the women that God called you to be. Stand firm in your purpose and stand firm in your possibilities. God bless, thank you.
So when you make that choice in your life to be who God called you to be, you must understand two things. Along that journey, you must always walk by faith. And you must most certainly walk in purpose. Never forget who He called you to be. Walk, sis. Walk. Just walk. One step, God makes 10. What you gonna do? You gonna stay in place? Or are you gonna walk it out? Walk it like you talk it.
Two, three.
I'm embracing my journey as a mom.
Oh, yeah!
Like dysfunction and chaos and, pain and trauma. And so I was like, Kiara, it's time to talk about it. So I'm going to take y'all back just a little bit.
So this woman with purpose, if she can't see it and know she's worth it. And I choose. I will speak life into my situation.
I will speak life into my situation.
I will speak life into another woman.
I will speak life into another woman.
I will speak prosperity.
I will speak prosperity.
I will speak joy.
I will speak joy.
I will declare healing.
I will declare healing.
I will declare peace.
I will declare peace.
I will declare salvation.
I will declare salvation.
And I will always be me.
And I will always be me.
As nothing at all, but you see, queens are like diamonds.
Yeah.
God's royalty creating these beauties is very detailed and meticulous. You see, you begin as cold, like an infant, but as you grow, pressure is applied, pressing you further and further into the depths of darkness, cold under pressure. But outbursts of beauty, shining flawless and bright, polished to the T. You see, my mother always said that women could go to the pits of hell and still come out stronger, wiser, and ready for another fight. And finally, I realized God's plan for me, which was not to conform to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of my mind, young queens. It is written that women have done wonderful things, but you've outclassed them all. Taking up your cross and fighting to be what God called you to be, a woman full of purpose and possibilities. So queens, make sure you stay.
I'm embracing my journey!
Oh my God, thank you!
We are headed to Orlando, then the Bahamas for the Embracing the Journey cruise. Oh my God, we did it! We did it! We did it!
Embracing the Journey book tour finale. Girlfriends cruise. Cheers! To the next book. Woo! Book drink on the way.
Embracing our journey in Nassau.
Are y'all having fun? The beautiful Nassau, Bahamas. What a way to end this tour, man. Celebrate this journey. Celebrate the wins. Celebrate the hard times. Celebrate every part of my journey. 20 years in the making. And what did we do? We came, we saw, we conquered.
Trying to heal the pain for the world to see. No money, no power, that's the world to me. Just a small little nigga with a full-time degree and no job on the side to incite a shopping spree. But that's what they want from us. They spend the money that's old, never meant to grow. Only show the shit that they sold to us through Instagram posts, like a nigga supposed to adjust to the power of the money, like we grew up with it. Never understood money. Everyone that gets money starts acting funny.
When you born, usually you're born into a dynasty or an empire, right? I feel as though I'm cheated because instead of me fulfilling my prophecy, I have to start one. Instead of me, doing a good job and carrying on the empire, I have to build one. And that's a hell of a job for a 21-year-old. You know what I'm saying? That's a hell of a job for any youngster, male or female, to have to build an empire for your family. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, especially when the odds is that, you know that somebody else who lives in the inner city, the real inner city, suburbia, who, when he's born, 16, he gets a car, automatic. There's money in the bank for college, it's Christmas, it's like a sad story, but it's real. Because this world is such a, and when I say this world, I mean it. I don't mean in an ideal sense, I mean in every day, every little thing you do. It's such a, gimme, gimme, gimme. Everybody back off. Everybody's like, you taught that from school, everywhere. Big business, you want to be successful, you want to be like Trump, gimme, 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 push, 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 step, 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 crush, crush, crush. That's how it all is.
Who would have ever thought Lil Yoli out here working, spitting poetry all across the world, going international with it. The little girl that was super quiet growing up, never really said too much, never wanted to bother anybody, ruffle any feathers, hates confrontation, was able to come out and speak and be heard.
What I want people to know is that don't support the phonies, support the real. You know what I mean? How can these people be talking about how they so real and they don't care about our communities? How can they be talking about what they, all this, the hood, blah, 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 blah. They don't care about our communities. You know what I mean? Listen to the words that people say in their lyrics and tell me if that's some real, if that's real to you. You know what I mean? Listen to what they saying. Don't just bob your head to the beat, peep the game. And listen to what I'm saying and hold us accountable for it.
Well, what's free to you?
What's free to me?
Yeah.
Same thing it is to you. You tell me.
No, you tell me. No. Because I have to talk to you for such a long...
It's just a feeling. It's just a feeling. It's like, how do you tell somebody how it feels to be in love? How are you going to tell anybody who has not been in love how it feels to be in love? You cannot do it to save your life. You can describe things, but you can't tell them. But you know it when it happens. That's what I mean by free. I've had a couple of times on stage when I really felt free. And that's something else.
That's really something.